אני זוכר בתור ילד את הסיפורים שסבא היה מספר לי. סיפורי קרבות ממלחמת העולם השנייה. הסיפור של כיצד פגש את סבתא והתאהב בה במבט ראשון. אף פעם לא ידעתי עד כמה להאמין לסיפורים, ולקחתי אותם בערבון מוגבל. מסתבר שטעיתי ומצאתי הוכחה לטעות זאת.
A little lipstick there, so I look half alive. It'll take me just a second, Benny. Put a little color on for an old bubble. Okay, dokie. So, okay, I'm still more or less alive. Okay, dear.
Do you remember your house in Ireland?
Yes, definitely. There was an upstairs, and I remember I studied upstairs, and I could look next door. We went up the steps, and I remember halfway up there was a little landing, and there was a little pussy cat that always waited for me on the landing when I came along. And when I came along, it went whoops, it came and greeted me with a big meow, friendly, but greeted me on the landing. We lived in a mixed neighborhood. It was Jewish and non-Jewish, and our next door neighbors were Jewish, I remember. Hoddes, Hoddes. Hoddes, we had them, and we all knew them. We walked to shul, of course, and to walk to shul you had a long distance. Of course, we didn't travel, so we had to walk to services. It was a long walk.
Do you remember how they looked? Can you describe how your father looked?
Oh, yes, of course. How can you forget how your mother and father looked? I loved them. I remember when I wanted to ask things from him and questions, because don't forget he was a rabbi and a rav, and he sang beautifully. He studied music in Berlin. He was a chazan. He sang in the synagogue, yes. After shul he would come home and he would sing again. He would be tired, but he would sing again. And he had this great voice, and me, I had this squeaky little voice. What could you do? That's what Hashem had given me. My mother painted beautifully, not me. My mother was a little woman, never raised her voice. She never raised her voice like when my brother and I were playing outside to call us in to disturb us in a game. She was a remarkable woman, very gentle and very strong. A wonderful combination. A small woman and very beautiful. She had blue eyes. I've got brown eyes. I would buy her things in blue, so it would match the blue, of her eyes. And I thought I would try and be a cook and be in many ways like her, and try to be like both of them. The memories I have are full of love and blessings that I had them for as long as I had them. I remember my wedding day extremely well, because unfortunately the groom didn't show up. was World War II. Couldn't get away. So when I called the American embassy, don't forget I lived in Ireland and he was an American. Oh, they were so helpful. They said, yes, he left, but he was fighting. He was a doctor, so he was in the army, and he was fighting. He could be at the bottom of the Atlantic by now. Oh my God, I came home and I went to bed and I stopped eating and I thought he could be gone. They didn't know where he was. He could be at the bottom of the ocean. They were a big help. But he showed up, and I remember everybody on the street came running, and they said it was in the newspaper, the American came back. He didn't sink to the bottom of the ocean. He was in uniform. He didn't have other clothing. But my father performed it. It was very beautiful. Baruch Hashem for that. But then he had to go back to the army. He was a doctor and he served in the front line with the wasn't easy. It was not easy.
היום הוא יום מיוחד. בן דודי אלישע, אחד הנכדים של סבתא, מתחתן. אני עומד מהצד וחושב על סיפור החתונה של סבתא, ואיך סבא חשב על לצלם ולתעד אותו אז, ועל סיפור האהבה החדש, הסיפור של היום, ושאני דואג שיצולם ויתועד. נזכר בכך שבבית יש עוד עשרות קלטות פילם שסבא צילם, עשרות סיפורים שמתעדים חיים שלמים, וחושב על העתיד ועל כל הסיפורים שעוד נצלם.